like everyone else became the hero of their story except you. Stay with me, because you might be standing exactly where every great redemption arc begins. See, we've talked about being stuck on autopilot, default settings. Once you realize you've been running on autopilot, then the real journey can begin with a single question. Who do I become next? My name is Joseph Birdsong. I grew up watching heroes like Goku, who always pushed past his limits. Spider-Man, who found great power comes with great responsibility. Rocky Balboa, who refused to stay down. And Luke Skywalker, who answered the call to become something greater than he ever believed he was. And the message was the same. Even ordinary people can become heroes. And stories like that made me believe the world was full of heroes. But when I looked around the real world, I didn't see any. I saw people struggling, people going through autopilot, people going through the motions, and slowly something dangerous formed in my mind. Maybe heroes weren't real. Maybe they were only in stories and fairy tales. And if that was true, then there was no way that I could ever be the hero I wanted to become. And that belief quietly shaped my life. I spiraled onto a path of self-destruction, and I escaped into distractions. And I spent a lot of time numbing the feeling that I was made for something more. Eventually, I tried to escape in a different way. I got interested in writing, story building, and in that process, I learned how great stories actually work. The more I studied it, the more I saw it. The greatest stories weren't about perfect heroes. They're about broken people becoming something greater. See, the hero never begins as a hero. They begin lost, confused, sometimes broken. Think about the heroes we grew up watching. Goku was a kid that everyone underestimated, but kept getting back up stronger. Spider-Man started as a kid who didn't know what to do with his life. Rocky was a no one that no one believed in. And Luke Skywalker was just a farm boy that chose to answer the call of destiny. Different worlds, different stories, but the message was always the same. Even the most ordinary person can become a hero. And if you're sitting there thinking that your life hasn't started yet or hasn't gone the way you wanted it to, you may actually be standing exactly where any great story begins. Because nearly every great story starts the same way. With someone who doesn't know who they are yet. Someone lost, someone overlooked, someone still figuring things out. That's not failure. That's Act 1. And the entire story is watching this person become the person they were meant to be. Real life works in a similar way because this is our story and we are the main character of it, not in an ego sense, in a narrative sense. Your life is the story that you're living, which means something powerful. It means the best redemption arc is the one that you're living. Most men think that they missed their moment, but most heroes don't discover who they are until the story gets difficult. So if that's true, how do you begin stepping into that role? How do you begin becoming the hero of your own life? It starts with 3 simple steps. First, recognize the story that you've been telling yourself. Many people believe things like, I'm no hero. I could never be like that. It's just not me. But those aren't facts. Those are narratives. And like any story, the narrative can change. Second, take responsibility for the direction of your story. Sure, you can't change where it began, but you can absolutely decide where the story goes next. In every redemption arc, the hero is waiting for someone or something to fix the issues in his story. Then finally they decide to rise to the occasion and fix it themselves. And that's the decision that changes everything. Third, start building the character. Heroes are not born fully formed. They're built through growth, through discipline, through never giving up. Your habits, your efforts, your willingness to improve, that's the training montage of your life. And so you might feel lost right now. You might feel like you're behind, like everyone else became the hero of their life while you're stuck figuring things out. But that's exactly where every great story begins. Before the hero rises, he's lost. Before the hero wins, he falls. Before becoming extraordinary, they're just an ordinary person trying to find their way. You don't need a perfect past or a flawless beginning. All great stories begin with struggle and uncertainty, and all great heroes begin as someone who wasn't a hero yet. So if you feel behind, if you feel like your life hasn't started just yet, maybe you're not late. You might just be in the middle of your redemption arc, because every great story starts the moment the hero decides to stop staying down. And one day, you'll look back at this exact moment and realize this was the chapter of your story where everything turned into your favor. This is the Birdsong Way.